Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas day number 4. Thank you all so much for tuning in so far. Today I'm doing a little sit-down Q&A type video on my Teachergram, which if you are not following, you definitely should. I'll have it linked. It's always linked in the description. I asked for some questions and I'm going to answer some of those questions. A little bit about me. I am a senior at my university I'm studying early childhood and special education. So I'm going to be an elementary school teacher essentially. I just finished my first semester of student teaching, and then I'll student teach again next semester. So yeah, that's kind of the gist. So again, I asked for questions on my teacher Instagram. Again, linked down below. I also have my personal Instagram link down below. You should definitely follow. And I'm going to answer some questions I got. So the first question was about like my teaching. I have them written down, by the way, like on the sticky note. Where I get my teaching clothes from and like school clothes. I have a whole video of outfit inspirations that I will link again down below in the description, and I card it here. But definitely Old Navy is a good one for like basics and fun clothes, like fun pattern skirts and dresses and things like that. Old Navy is definitely the best place to get those pieces. And then J. Crew and Loft are great for like staples and like basics. I get a lot of my sweaters from J. Crew Factory, and my favorite dress pants are also from J. Crew. Again, if you get like staples like a solid navy pant, black pant, of an army green pant, khaki pant from like Loft, then you can get like fun patterned tops or skirts from places like Old Navy to kind of balance out the price point. But J. Crew Factory also always has sales, like amazing sales, and that's where I get a lot of my J. Crew pieces from. Are their different sales and clearance a lot. So yeah, J. Crew Factory or J. Crew in general, Loft, Old Navy, sometimes Target too. I'll link these places down below as well, but that's definitely the best places to get teaching clothes. And again, I have an outfit idea video that I will iCard here. So my university's licensure, that was a question I got as well. Is like what my university's licensing process is like. So every university obviously is different. Every state is different. Every state has different requirements. In Tennessee, for example, which is the state I'm in, we operate with praxis exams, which is a form of educational, professional educational tests. So you have to have, in whatever area your degree is in or your license is in, you have to have passed a certain type or amount of these praxis exams. And then also, if you are coming through, you have to do a TPA. So, and a certain amount, if you're like getting your licensure out of college, you have to have ed TPA, praxis exams, and a certain amount of clinical hours or like residency is what we call it at my university. So for example, residency 2 is like mandated by the state, which is what I'm about to be in next semester, or clinical hours. And I think it's like 100 hours or something like that you have to have in order to graduate with licensure. And then my degree, for example, I'm early childhood and special education. So for early childhood, I had to take 3 different praxis exams: education of young children, a content knowledge exam, which is just like general math, reading, science, social studies knowledge, and then a teaching reading, which is like the basics of like phonics and phonological awareness and like the structure of speech and English. And then for my special ed certification, I had to take 2 exams, a general content special ed exam and an early childhood special ed exam. And then when I graduate from my university, after I complete residency 2, I've passed my exams already. They make us pass them before we go into residency 2. And then this upcoming semester, I'll also do ed TPA, which I feel like is pretty common in a lot of different states and around the country. But ed TPA is, it's like a professional panel that reviews footage of you teaching, a certain amount of footage of you teaching, as well as comparing that with your lesson plans, and then also commentary on those lesson plans and the actual videos themselves. And then you pass that, which I think Tennessee requires a 40 out of 75 or 70 to pass at TPA. And so as long as you pass at TPA, pass your practice exams, and complete your clinical hours, you will get a license to teach in my state, and I will do that through my university. And again, my license will cover pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade general education, and then pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade special education. So that's kind of my qualifications, what my university requires in order for me to get those qualifications, and what the state I am in requires. Another question I got was why I chose to teach. And I think that's like for me at least, it's a very loaded question, I guess is the right word to say. There's a lot of reasons why I'm going into this field. For starters, I've always just loved being around children. I started babysitting from a young age. I've always been told, I don't want to make it sound like I think this way, but I've always been told I'm really good with kids. I have a good ability to get relationships with them, and get good work out of them. I've been I taught gymnastics for a really long time. I helped work at and run a summer camp for a long time, and I did really well in that and excelled at that. And that was something that for me just really gave me the push. I initially thought I might major in political science and get a law degree when I went into college, and that was just not the plan. I decided to follow what I felt like I was called to do, and what my heart was telling me that I needed to do, and that was education. So that's kind of why I'm going into the field. I really love it. I've done really well in my classes. I've done pretty well in my field experience. I'm an overachiever, so I put in 110% to everything I do, and teaching so far for me has been that as well, just putting my best effort in. And I feel like you can make such a big difference in teaching as well if you're driven, if you are really passionate about it and feel called to do it, and put in all your effort, you can really impact these kids and make a huge difference. And specifically, I'm in a scholarship program at my university, so I'll be working in lower income schools for at-risk elementary schools, and those kids, I think especially, need teachers who really care and are really passionate. I feel like that is me, so that's kind of why I'm doing it. But I guess I'm kind of touched on that, but my post-grad plans, so I'll be teaching in a Title I school in my district that I'm in right now for student teaching. And if you aren't familiar, a Title I school is a school where it's 70% or 75% of your students receive free or reduced lunch. And then, I would particularly like to be in what's, I think my district now calls it Midtown schools, but it used to be called Opportunity Zone schools, which are schools where it's I think it's 95% or more of your students are on free or reduced lunch. So those lower income schools with children who I just feel need me more than other students. It's really where I'm called. So I'll be doing that for at least 4 years in this district. Yeah, eventually I want to get my master's and my EDS, which is it's an educational something certification or specialty, which is what you have to be an administrator, and probably eventually my PhD, long down the road. And eventually, again, long down the road, I'd love to get into school board type situations, and potentially run for more public office and do legislation to reform the education system from the governmental side and legislative side. Again, that's just a long-term plan, so it's 20 years down the road. That might change, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking I'll end up doing. And the last question I got was my favorite student teaching memory. So I kind of said, I am in a lower income school in my district where my university is, and I'm in a first grade classroom, which is the most fun age, I've decided. And favorite story, I don't know if I have a favorite story per se that I could share, but definitely it's just so fun to hear my kids every day. This past semester I didn't go every day, I only went 2 days a week, and it was just so fun. They got so excited when I was there, they like love you, they love on you, they remember your name, they like want to see you all the time, they get sad if you're gonna miss a day, and just like that love is like probably my favorite part and my favorite memory. Yeah, and next semester I go every day, so I'll go 5 days a week. I'm hoping to vlog some of that more. But yeah, those were the 5 questions I got on my Instagram. I hope that kind of answered some of y'all's questions, maybe. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you never miss an upload. Check out my other Vlogmas videos, which are in a playlist on my channel. And I will see y'all on Tuesday. Bye.